Welcome back to my channel, guys. G Topo here. Welcome back to Being a Fine Figure. This time today we are going to be taking a look at the WWE Mattel Elite Collection Series 101 of Mr. America himself. So very excited about this figure. I know he was his character only lasted maybe a couple months, or I don't remember, it wasn't that long before he actually headed out of the WWF. Of course, I'm talking about Hulk Hogan. It was a fun storyline, to say the least. Something different, you know, at his age, something to try out. But, you know, I enjoyed it. It was funny at the time. And, you know, him and Miss McMahon and trying to figure out who he was reminds me of the old days of the Yellow Dog and Dusty Rhodes back in the NWA, and you know, characters like that. So, but without further ado, I am going to open up Mr. America himself, and I will be right back. All right, now that we have Mr. America himself out of the packaging, it does come with a couple of accessories. It does come with 3 sets of hands. Obviously, the grip hands there, the finger pointed hands. Got tons of these. With all the Hulk Hogan's that I own, and then of course the ear or hands, open hands, and of course the grip ones that it comes attached to it. It came with 1 and 1, but I swapped it out because I actually look like these better. The other ones, you know, I rarely use them. I do have a couple that are post with them, but other than that, I put them with the rest of the other accessories. And it comes with 2 interchangeable heads. The one that obviously it's on it, and the one with the mask, which was the last time we saw him before he got canned by, at that time, by the WWE, before his contract was up or he was released or whatever. And it's a nice sculpt. The only thing, it does have this mark there. So I have to touch that up eventually, but yeah, now on to the figure itself. All right, now the figure itself, it is the body. We've seen this body many times all over and over again with Hulk Hogan. I guess it's a standard for him, this body sculpt. It does not come with his golden tan, which I like that look better. But it does come with, just like the NWO and just like the recently released WrestleManias and a couple of their yellow and red Hulk, and it comes with the boas. So not only those, I have these with Hulk Hogan, but I also have them with Superstar Billy Graham. Also had a set of boas too. So now I got tons of these. This is nice, no different color. Of course, I do display them with them. So actually, you know, he kind of looks better this way. So we'll see. We'll see which way I go with that. Excuse my voice. I think I had been sick lately. So other than that, I'm starting to feel a lot better. That's why I haven't had any videos lately. But now back on to Hulk Hogan. I like the cloth shirt, Mr. America. Okay, it's Velcro in front, so it's good for if you want to pose him as him ripping. I like the belt, so it gives me very options on a lot of different Hulk Hogan belts that I add to my collection. And it does have the Mr. America around with a nice bald eagle there. Nicely done. It does have some red in there, and Mr. America mixed in. Nicely done there on the belt, actually. And the figure itself, again, the body sculpt, not really gonna go into much. It does not have the butterfly. It's the only thing that this doesn't have. It doesn't have any butterfly shoulders, but it is a standard body that we've had before with, actually, it might be different. It looks like one of the basic bodies. I've been seeing a lot of lately. Hopefully they're not going the cheap way and you know, charging more money for what's supposed to be an elite, but it's actually just a little souped up basic. So yeah, it's standard. I mean, the articulation is about the same. I'm more into the features. The mass is great. It just it's a lot of marks and stuff on it, but I mean, it's another head to Hulk Hogan. So again, I grew up a huge Hulk Hogan fan, so This is great. And again, it was a very short storyline. I doubted it. I don't remember. I think it didn't go like a whole month, a month and a half, but it was entertaining. I remember he got fired, and then, Stephanie McMahon hired talent unseen, just give him a contract without seeing who it was, and turns out it was Mr. America, Hulk Hogan. So there's been many weeks, Vince McMahon trying to prove to the world that it was Hulk Hogan, and yeah, he fooled him at every attempt until out of the blue during a match one time he won. When he came out of as he was leaving the ring, he pulled up his mask and gave the hush sign, and that was it. It was the end of it. We never saw him again for a while. So weird ending to the storyline. They should have continued. Yeah, I knew it was you, but it was stopped abruptly. But other than that, real basic. Not gonna dwell too much on the figure. We've seen it all. I do like these boots. I think I've seen them before, different versions of one of my other figures, which I'll look for it and compare it if I can find it. I had to put a lot of figures away. I try to condense my displays and swipe it out. So other than that, it's nicely done. The painting on this, it does have a lot of misses and scrapes, and so I don't know why, the handling or what they did with it. But other than that, I like the way that, you have the opposite knee pads. You got the star there, blue stripes on the other side, and then when you go to the pants, you got the star, and then the opposite on the other side. So it kind of works. I know there's another version of it, but they want a lot more money. I think this one was about $24. I know I bought it a while back. But the other version with the stars and stripes mask and stuff, it was ridiculous. I think it was like $36 at ringside, which I thought was a little bit much. Now, I mean, they're pretty good about their prices, but sometimes they can overdo a little bit. Plus their shipping, it's a lot. So it's only worth it if you buy multiples. If you buy one figure, the shipping will kill you, because you end up going to paying almost $50 for a basic or an elite figure that you can get at the stores for $20, $22. So other than that, this adds just another Hulk Hogan to my collection. Actually, let's get the unmask, Crazy Eye mask. And then of course, he did that during the storyline, put his finger up, told everybody to be quiet, and then that was it. So it's another great piece to the collection. Like I said, another Hulk Hogan to add to my many. And yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. It's like a novelty type figure. I mean, it was short. It's almost like what McFarlane does with his toys. He picks up these random 1 or 2 or 4 issue series of characters that don't last a long time, and he's whipping them out, and it's great because it gives you an assortment of different Batmans or Jokers or Supermans and stuff like that to your collection, which I think is great. So, and again, Elite is basically doing the same thing, because he is Hulk Hogan, so they're gonna milk him until there's nothing more to do, until they have no more figures. I can't wait for them to come up with a old-timers version, like when they celebrated his birthday a few years ago, which I'm sure they'll come up with now. Or they should keep bringing up those different WrestleMania moment type Hulk Hogan's and stuff with 2-packs and stuff. And I know they have another one coming out soon. So yeah, let's see him matched up against some my other Hulk Hogan's. All right, so here we have Mr. America next to the Elite Series 91 Hulk Hogan. The only difference with this particular figure is it doesn't have the cloth shirt. It had those hard plastic ones that you have to pull up, and they're already cut on the front. The only thing I like about this figure here, obviously it's a great look, but it had the knee brace that he had that is missing here, because I think I remember he did also have a knee brace at that time too. So it'll be probably ended up swapping it out, or either maybe I do have another one of these, so maybe I'll paint it up and make it look just like the uniform to match it up. So that's another idea there. And of course the NWO, another ones with the boa NWO. This is the WrestleMania version. WrestleMania, what was it? The Rock, WrestleMania 20, I think it was, that he fought The Rock. Maybe 18. I think WrestleMania 18, something like that. I don't know. One of those. I have to go back, lose track of it. That was recently released last year. So as you can see, it's basically same body, same everything. The only thing difference here is the color and the head swap, because it's the mask, so it's a new head sculpt. But other than that, they're all the same. None of them have the butterfly. I think the WrestleMania Ultimate Edition is probably one of the few that does have the butterfly, which I have. I can see it from here. And then, of course, the NWO one, Ultimate Edition, also, it's almost like the other one, which also has the butterflies, but which was one of the first Hulk Hogan's Ultimate Editions that we got. But other than that, it is pretty cool figure. If you are a wrestling fan, you can appreciate this figure. Obviously, Hulk Hogan, all the work that he's done. And, you know, I think the only Hulk Hogan I'm missing right now was that recently Mattel, I think they did last year, where or the year before, I forgot, from Rip, from the No Holds Bar movie. I was actually getting it. I was ready to check out. All of a sudden, the internet, since I was actually on the road, got a little slow. By the time I went to pay, it said it was sold out. So I really missed out on that. And, you know, I will not overpay in the aftermarket, and there's some real ridiculous prices for it. But, you know, someday, who knows, I might get lucky and find one. But I know they're gonna release versions of it. You know, we weren't able to get some of those figures, but they're already gonna release some. They already released some of the suits, so I'm sure eventually they'll do a basic or a nice elite version of it, which is what they always do. So other than that, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and support the channel. Tell me what you think of Mr. America here. And as always, continue to take care of each other, support each other, continue to be a fine figure, and I will definitely see you later.